All right, GTA 6 playing live on the world as the hack is here, and 8/23 marks the 8 years, 11 months, and 1 day of the woman clothed in the sun, including the start date back there in 2017 when it started in the heavens, and now it's coming here onto the earth, and the Justin Sun with the T-Rex and the Tron, and all these things are lining up in another format as well. So Justin Timberlake showing a little pirate party at the same time the GTA 6 piracy is coming on, and the hack attacks and those things. And then you have Venezuela tied into Texas, the TXS, and that is connecting you into the Maduro, the Mad Euro, and this is going to connect you to your Boeing 787 with your Italy and your England and those things. But that little map on the there tells you a little clue with the Kansas and the Oklahoma and the flock cameras and DOTs and tags are high-end watches. The high-end watches are for those time travelers, and now you got the watchers and the flock cameras back here on Earth for the Nephilim. But either way, the Enoch and the ring bearers and all that stuff is all playing out in front of you. The GTA 6 and the Rockstar games, the Barack, and from the Most High State, the Hawaii, that Honolulu. So that Honolulu is tied to your crapture and that toilet setting, that your Deuteronomy, Dukey-ronomy, and the Deuteronomy and all those things. And y'all took your Scantron back in high school. You're going to be taking your Scantron again in a different way. So either way, the 720 day, 720, that marks into the false prophet day, including or not including days or whatever. And that's when we saw Biden on 721 give us a bye-bye, and then the Kamala crash happened day after and a week or two after that or whatever for the bigger one. So either way, the hypersonic missiles, Russia, Cuba, Mark Cuban, and that reunion tower, Trump's going to that MAGA or PAC conference, whatever, Republican thing in Dallas, the Dallas. And if you look around there and all the counties, it'll kind of tell you a story about what's coming for that Waxahachie. And that Waxahachie has already been kind of shown for the GTA 6 as the Dark Sun's coming, and they're showing you this, that, and the other. Well, you have a license, you don't own it. And that's kind of going back to your car and the program that you drive and the computer, and going back to that spirit of Emmanuel for that birth of a Jesus in another way. Okay, so as the blackout's coming, the blackout's tied into your CMYK, the K tied into the black, tied into the 11, the 47, all those things, and then versus the RGB, and then the RGB, the B can be for black or blue. All right, and that kind of ties into where the yellow, the gold absorbs this light, and then it puts off this light and those types of things. The GTA 6 is hitting live upon your Earth, and this no disc versus the disc, and ownership, no ownership. This is just kind of showing you where things are in the world in one aspect, and then the flock cameras and the spy sessions, the Orwellian Empire, and the 1984 to the 48th presidency, going back to the 48th Israel, and all those things setting up whatever, and these little things where they're coming to track you and whatever. This is actually going to be for building of a new nation, and we see these people around the world, like, how do they get to be, like, how come the Japanese, I think if I remember right, Japanese, no wait, shoot, it's one of these is Japanese, Korean, and Chinese, or whatever kind of thing is going, Chinese, Korean, however it goes. All right, either way. So like these little genetic modifications, or like the different types of black skinned people, or the different types of white skinned people, all coming together. And then so we're seeing how they're trying to build this like blonde hair, blue eye civilization in a way. All right, and the blonde hair ties into the blonde jokes, just kind of a stupid nation. And then this is kind of just a rebuilding of the temple and everything. You got the right temple, love temple, Center temple, this is where you see the face of God, where it all comes together. All right, and then you realize there's some shifts going on here, and they tell you things are upside down in our world. So either way, all these things are to tell you about the true reality as truth is taken and broken apart in the fractals of light. And as we're all fractals of light, we all hold different keys and put them together in different ways and blah blah blah. So the September, the 10 walls, these things we've been seeing with there, that's kind of an easy one. The pedals, the pedicures, and those things going on with Abbott and the Muslim and washing the feet at the airports and those kinds of things. And the airports, we've seen these. If you go to the airport and travel, you'll just see like certain types of people get to zoom on by. Okay? And we got these real looking fake babies. Oh, it's whatever kind of thing. It's very easy to actually do whatever they're about to do. Okay? And this is where you're going to have Patriot Act Part 6 or whatever the fuck we're in. And they're going to track you from here to there and what. Oh, and they'll be like, oh, we'll love it. This is great. How can you get rid of these cameras? They're saving us. No, they're just watching you from one. You're just watching your shit be stolen. They don't prevent anything, and you can't test prevention anyway. So y'all don't know if y'all are preventing this, that, or the other. Okay, so they're just working y'all into that pen. But you've all taken that super serum, which is basically going to amplify whatever's there and those COVID-19ers, and you're coming into that 9-10 year and that 9-10 doe and that 9-10 does and that deep dark divide and that nicks in the middle and the blue and the red and the blue and the red sign to your compass and the compass and all those things, the red and blue, the Satan man, the Santa man, and there's no one down there. There's the penguins. Either way, and then they got the suits on, the black and white suits, the tuxedos. So all that's kind of going in together. All right. The 3D prints into 4D world and all that kind of stuff will be stacking up. We've already seen kind of people getting poked in the back, here and there getting stabbed in this way, the shape, or whatever, and people getting trapped for the trapture. You got trapture, crapture, rapture, all happening, and that rapture happened back then in '99. All right, some of us knew them, some of us didn't. Some of us were back there singing Wilson Phillips and shit instead of the raps. You know what I mean? Either way. Used to know a dude who dressed like Malibu's Most Wanted, neon jumpsuits and shit, or whatever, even the bandana, and spiked his hair up everywhere or whatever. You'd be hearing him drive down the street, he'd be blasting fucking Celine Dion. And then one day he just went to straight fucking Cowboyville. He showed up at said, yeah, we'll meet you out or whatever. He showed him fucking full cowboy fucking garb. It was already like, we're already like with the neon suits and shit, but we just kind of like went along. That kind of worked a little bit, but the cowboy shit. Oh man, what the fuck? So anyways, this kind of goes with what's going to be happening. All them shit kickers, gotta have them shit kickers rise up for the old crapture rapture. That oil Baptist cartel coming in the name of Jesus. We will kill you. Killing's bad unless it's under our moral constructs. Constructs of country. And our country must divide every night so we can make grape juice and force her beyond her means. All because Paul says a woman can't speak and she's owned by man. It's where the earth is like owned by man, just coming, pumping and dumping the oil and shit. Like, it's not your oil to be pumping out and making billions of dollars and whatever fuck you're doing. It's not your cave to buy to start charging me fucking admission. It's everybody's cave. It's like, what the fuck is going on in upside down world, right? That's part of the corruption and everything in the days of Noah. And where some shit's gonna be taken back, and like owning 2 houses, well, that's a little excessive. You're only living one. And you come into a system where we can go into like an Airbnb lease where you own but you don't own, kind of a travel timeshare kind of thing where you can move from city to city and whatever kind of thing, because It sucks having to live. I don't know how these people are going fucking nuts because they've been in the same house for 20 years. Oh, we paid it all, blah, blah, blah. And they have the same fucking job for 20 years. They have this for 20. It's like fucking nuts, man. That's where the nomad, no crazy, they're always fucking moving. You're always absorbing. That's where you're getting toxicity. You need a frequency. You're always eating the same shit every same shit. What are you branded? As you become branded, you work in the lowest chakra and you become that herd of earth for whatever fucking man to control you through the capitalism system. I see you. I see what you need. You need to come right over here. I will heal you right up. Let food be thy medicine. Quit it fucking eating for a little bit. And then work in the most basics just like you do with your fucking dog. You're in the B system. To get out of the B system, you must rise and clean yourself out in one way, shape, or form. Then you can go back and start downloading information in a little bit different way, and it's all right there in front of you. It's so easy. And we're going to break these things down for you because it's so easy. And you're in the Babylon and English and all the English. All right, this is the beginning declared from the end, and you're in end time. So that means English is the first fucking language, all right? So simple. There's few that's going to find it because you've been programmed never to see and never to hear.